गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः वर्णानाम् अर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारौ वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धस्वान्तस्तमीश्वरं वन्दे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणं यमाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वत्र वन्द्यते सीतारामगुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यविहारिणौ वन्दे विशुद्धविज्ञानौ कवीश्वरकपीश्वरौ उद्भवस्थितिसंहार कारिणीं क्लेशहारिणीं सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां नतोऽहं रामवल्लभां यन्मायाविषवर्ति विश्वमखिलं अटक गया यन्मायाविषवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवां बोधे स्थितिर्षावतां वन्दे बोधम क्या है
वन्देऽहं तव
करं रामाख्यमीशं हरिं नानापुराणनिगमागमसम्मतं यद ना बोलो तुम बोलो मेरा अटक रहा है अभी
नानापुराणनिगमागम
सम्मतं यद
रामायणे निगदितं
क्वचिदन्यतोऽपि स्वान्तः सुखाय तुलसी रघुनाथ गाथा भाषा निबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति भाषा निबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति. That's the last one. रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. So we are in Adhyatma Ramayana and we are in Canto 2, that is Ayodhyakand and Chapter 1. And here the topic is Sage Narad Muni meets Sri Ram. And here we saw last week towards the conclusion of the class that Lord Shiva and Parvati one day, Lord Shiva is telling Parvati, because this story is being told by Lord Shiva to Parvati, because Parvati asked, who is this Sri Ram whom you meditate upon? How come he is so great that you meditate upon him, and so on. So he is telling that one day Ramchandraji ekada sukham asinam ramam swanta purajire sarvabharana sampannam ratna simhasane sthitam. That one day ekada sukham asinam, he was sitting relaxing. Sukham asina means asin is the seat and sukham is relaxing. He was sitting relaxing, and he was bedecked sarva bharana sampannam. He was bedecked with all ornaments and sitting on a ratna simhasane. Sthitam. Sthitam is located or situated or sitting on a ratna simhasana, a throne bedecked with jewels, and at that time, and Nilotpaladala Shamam Kaustubha Mukta Kandharam Sitaya Ratna Dandena Chamarena Thavar Vijitam. And at that time, while Ramchandraji is sitting and relaxing in that way, in that manner, at that time it was seen Sita was swaying the chamara, the horse hair on a stick, for him, with a jewel-studded handle and a blue and dark hued Sri Ram adorned with and that time, while she is doing that, she could see that Ramchandraji is having a Kaustubh mani, the jewel which is on the Lord Narayana's or Lord Vishnu's chest, and Vinodayantam Tambula Charvanadi Bhiradarat Narado Avatara Drashtum Ambaradhyatra Raghavaha. And at that time, Lord also was enjoying the betel leaf. पान खा रहे थे जैसे हम लोग खाते हैं कभी कभी क्लास के बाद, and the various spices offered to him most respectfully by his attendants. At that time, the sage Narada descended from the sky. Here the Naradaha avatarad. Avatar means to come down, to descend, come from a higher ground to lower, that is, or any other place, doesn't matter where. Just as the formless divine takes the avatar of the form for the benefit of his devotees, as Narayana, as Shiva, as Brahma, as various gods, as the various avatars. Similarly, a man for the wife takes the avatar of husband. For the children, he takes the avatar of the Hitler father or the loving father. So all these are manifestations as and who can manifest? Only the formless, which is infinitely present. Only the formless can manifest, can take avatar. Once you catch this, all story will be over. See. For whose benefit? Our benefit. Narad Muni, you know who is Narad Muni? I told you last week, he is the one who invites everyone to the Lord. Come, be a devotee of the Lord. Today we went to our Swami Radhikananda's house. Today there was no program, but yesterday was Pindi Dhanam. And today nothing. So morning we went, 9 o'clock, and all we did for whole day, till 2 hours ago, was clean her house. Her parents had collected paper, bills, receipts from 1980s onwards. Full on. And Niti was saying, when we went for Pindikaran, there at the ghat, all we had was a box of ashes. All we had was a box of ashes. Whole life that person has lived, struggled, succeeded, failed, nurtured, desired, meditated, contemplated, devoted, all that to become ashes. That is the conclusion. That is the truth, that is the fact. And the problem was when the ashes have to be taken out of that plastic box and put into a pot, the box was not opening. So we got the screwdriver and we were digging into it and trying to open the cap, and it would not open. Even there is obstacle. Even there is obstacle. Throughout our life we had obstacles. Now final, your ashes have to be merged into the total waters. They are also obstacle. You can't take it out of the box. And we go to these funerals, we see the ephemeralism of our life. Yet, Niti was saying that yet the urgency to unite with the divine, to be the divine, to surrender to the divine, that urgency is not coming. This thought which came to her, which was going on in me also, in a different way, they collected so many things, and it's not even 13 days over. Why do we need all that kachara in the house? Throw. Believe me, you know how many bags I brought of kachara because their bin is already full. How many? 11? 11 or 12 bags. Big garbage bags. We filled up in the car and threw it into the apartment building bin. Huge bins there are. All that they collected, all that we have collected in our life, that is what is going to happen. It means nothing. This thought that came to her, that thought which will come to you also, it must have come to you many times. This is Narad Muni's work. He brings you, he initiates that thought from within to contemplate on the divine. See? So this Narad Muni, he comes down from the sky to meet the Lord. I think we did up till 5th verse, but we'll just cover Shuddha Svatika Sankasham Sharas Chandra Ivamalaha Atarkita Upayato Narado Divya Darshanaha Tam Društva Sahasothaya Rama Pritya Krutanjalihi Nanama Shirasa Bhumau Sitaya Saha Bhaktiman. Seeing Narad, who was pure, clean, and with a glaze, radiance like that of a Sphatik Mani, and divinely pure like a full moon of a winter night, and who was an image of divinity and spirituality, comes suddenly and unannounced. This thought that whenever this thought is coming into our heart and mind, that, or this feeling, this bhava, that this life has got no answers for me, only the divine has. And all our attention, this was the topic of yesterday's, on Thursday also. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe tishtati. When our attention goes towards the Ishvara, understand that attention, that pull inside, that prompting, from wherever, whatever what prompting has come from, that is Narad Muni. Comes suddenly, and it comes suddenly. It never comes announced, now I'm going to come. Be ready at 2 o'clock in the morning. Be ready at Brahma Muhurt, then I will come. Already gone. You will sleep. You will get up only at 6, 7 o'clock. who as an image of divinity and spirituality comes suddenly and unannounced, Sri Ram stood up, accompanied by Sita. He reverentially and affectionately welcomed the sage with folded hands and placed their heads on the ground as a token of great respect and humility before him. Here, understand in Ramchandraji's avatar, the Lord has taken a form for a purpose. He has come as how can a person be a perfect human being? He can be the perfect father, he can be a perfect son, a perfect husband, a perfect brother, a perfect citizen, a perfect every relation, even a perfect enemy. All this perfection is talked about in Valmiki Ramayana. What is the potential of a human being? It is to reach that perfection, not after death, while living. And here he has to show, as we told last week, to re-establish the dharma. And what is the dharma? If the sages, saints, sages, sannyasis come in front of you, immediately get up. Immediately take their ashirvad. Don't take them for granted. Otherwise, Ramchandraji, I am Narayana only. Who is this fellow? Narad? Theek hai. Just another aspect of the creation. No. Every aspect of the creation is divine only. This vision we have not developed yet. That vision needs to be developed. Then we must be ready to prostrate in front of saints, sages, wherever divinity is, wherever the divinity is expressing, there we must be ready to prostrate. Even if that divinity is coming from that small child whom I talked about on the Guru Purnima day. Prostrate. We are ready to prostrate to stone idols, but to living beings, we have a problem. Ramchandraji had no heirs of any sort. Simple thing is, Narad Muni came in front of him, and at that very moment, Ramchandraji, along with Sita, fell at the feet of the great sage and with great respect and humility. नहीं ऐसे नहीं आया राम गया राम, चलो ठीक है, as a duty, as a takya, as a default setting, with great respect and humility. We'll read 6th, 7th and 8th verse. उवाच नारदं राम प्रीत्या परमया युतः संसारिणां मुनिश्रेष्ठ दुर्लभं तव दर्शनम् अस्माकं विषयासक्त चेतसां नितरां मुने अवाप्तं मे पूर्वजन्म कृतपुण्यमहोदयैः संसारिणापि हि मुने लभ्यते सत्समागमः अतस्त्वद्दर्शनाद्देव कृतार्थोऽस्मि मुनीश्वर किं कार्यते मया कार्यं ब्रूहि तत्करवाणि भोः. Sri Ram then addressed, Uvacha Naradam Ramaha Pritya Paramaya Yutaha Sansarinam Munishreshtha Durlabham Tava Darshanam. Sri Ram addressed Naradji in a very endearing manner, and he says, Oh great sage, for worldly people like us, Ramchandraji is saying, for worldly people like us, because he is the Muni, and Ramchandraji is a Grahastha, because he just got married to Sita ji. He says, for worldly people like us who are ever engrossed in the pursuit of gratification of the sense organs and attached to the materialistic world, having your darshan, divine holy viewing or meeting is most difficult or a rare event. See? So whenever in our life, whenever God word thoughts automatically come, some days it happens, some other normal mantra, whatever, whichever I chant normally, but some other mantra catches the automatically it sprouts in the mind and it goes on for few hours, sometimes half an hour, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes whole day. See? So at that time you have not initiated it, you have not thought about it, it has come by itself. The mantra has taken avatar in your mind. Narad Muniji has come. Make the maximum of it. Surrender to that. Don't question it. Don't try to work it out. Why this? Why now? No. Flow with it. Let it purify. Let it take you to your natural conclusion, which is yourself, the self, the Lord. O sage, it is by emergence of the, here he says, where are we? It is by the emergence of the good effect results of my past noble virtues, righteous deeds that I have been able to have your darshan. Ramchandraji is saying, it is because of my past deed, because of my good karma, because of the punya that I have accrued. So, in other words, when Ramchandraji is saying like this, isn't it even our duty to continue to live a life of alertness and vigilance wherein we don't hurt anyone, we don't live a life of adharma, we live a life of dharma. Dharma just doesn't mean living, thinking about the God. No. At a very basic level, doing your duty is dharma. Doing special duties, naimittika karma, is also dharma. Doing such acts by which society, country, community is benefited, that is also dharma. Taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, that is purifying your mind and cherishing good thoughts, divine thoughts, that is also dharma. As we move from outside to inside, everything that is bringing joy and happiness first to outside, but also within. And who gives you joy and happiness? Not the desire for the world, not the greed. Ultimately, it is the divine. That is dharma. And what is divine? Divine is not मुंह में राम राम बगल में छुरी, वो नहीं. Divinity means you are taking the name of the Lord, you are living your life in such a way, you are contemplating or you are aware of this fact that everything that is taking place is only by the will of the divine. And all this is to recognize one, hopefully today, that the self, the individual that I am, this merges into the divine. For that we are living the life of dharma. It is not to maintain the world. We are not living a good life to maintain the world. We are living a good life so that the world doesn't enter our mind and make place in it. Instead, we discover the world to be divine, not other than divine. He is the nimitta karan. He is the upadan karan, material and the efficient cause. This alertness is required. day in and day out. So Ramchandra ji is saying that one gets the darshan of Narad Muni, that one gets such thoughts from within which are God words. The conscience comes and speaks to you from within strongly, uncalled, unasked. The inner voice is always speaking, but are we available to it? Sometimes we are available. When we are available, why? Because of your good deeds, because of my past noble, virtuous, righteous deeds, that I have been able to have your darshan. So when scriptures come into our life, love for divinity comes into our life, company of saints and sages happens in our life, company of devotees of the Lord happens in our life. This is all because of our good deeds that we have. And good deeds means we have manasa vacha kaya. We have been thinking, speaking and performing in our life with this alertness and awareness, not hurting anyone, continuously being a positive force, adding joy and happiness in everyone's life whom we come, without trying to make them happy, but just our presence, because we are of that. We are happy inside. And why we are happy inside? Because we are doing what is required to be done. Wherever life has placed us, wherever your attention is, when it is on the divine, there is no question. But when it is on the mind, you are doing japa or contemplating or listening like this. When it is on the breath, you are doing pranayam. When it is on the body, you are doing puja or archa or doing pilgrimages or yatras, or when it is on the society, you are serving the society without wanting anything in return. This is all dharma. These are all ways and acts by which we accrue the merit, punya. This is Sanatana Dharma. If we want to recognize that we are Sanatana, that we are eternal, then we have to follow this Dharma. See, continuous application towards the divine. Not only inside, but also outside. Because outside is also divine. We haven't got the vision yet. Then he says in the 8th verse, Ataha tvad darshanadeva kritarthosmi munishwara kim karyate maya karyam bruhi tat karvani bhoho. He says that, O sage, I have been greatly honored and feel privileged at having your divine darshan. Now tell me, what shall I do for you so that I can fulfill your wishes? Do we feel the same way? When satsang happens in our house, that when we are available for the satsang, or has it become a default? Chalo, karo ya na karo, Swamiji is there every Saturday, every Wednesday, or other days. Or do you feel the gratitude that the Lord has given this opportunity in spite of whatever is going on in the world? We are here listening to the satsang, understanding the satsang, invoking the Lord. See? All this is not just by chance. It's not just by chance. if we are having the interest, if we are on this path where I am continuously speaking, you are continuous, so many years you have been listening, and I am not bored of speaking and you are not bored of listening, huh? If you are not bored, then your attention is on something worthy, on something divine. These are just triggers that are coming to you. See? Better than triggers of the TV and everywhere else. So Ramchandra ji is feeling very greatly honored and privileged by the presence. Now, some of you will be feeling that, not some of you, all of you. All of you will be feeling that when Swamiji comes. Day and night will become one. You will try to be around as much as you can. Suddenly a thrill passes through everyone, those who know him, those who have experienced him. See? I feel greatly honored and feel privileged at having your divine darshan. Now tell me what I shall do for you so that I can fulfill your wishes. Ramchandra ji says. We are not here to fulfill our wishes. Majority places, this is what is happening. You go to temple, you are not going to temple to fulfill Lord's wishes. You are going there to fulfill your wishes through Lord. When Mahatmas come to your house or you come across some Mahatmas, you are not there. How many times have you said, Swamiji, what can I do for you? Majority of the time is, what can Swamiji do for us? How can we encash the presence of a great master? How can we encash the hard work that we have done to climb Kedarnath and Badrinath, and now that I have come, hey, Bho, Shambho, Shambho Mahadev, there is a list there. You have already got the list in front of you. I worked so hard to go to Kedarnath, and then I walked all the way to Kedarnath to ask, what can I do for you, O Lord? Am I foolish or what? See? So, how many times do we go to the masters, or when masters come in our life? What can we do for you, O teacher, O master, O Mahatma ji? We have to remove this encashment mentality. Our idea is our house will be blessed. Yes, it will be blessed, no doubt. Grow out of the house, be a part of the community. Grow out of the community, be a part of the country. Grow out of the country, be a part of the planet. Grow out of the planet, be a part of the universe. नहीं तो अभी भी मैं, मेरी बीवी, मेरे बच्चे, मेरा घर, मेरा शरीर, my desires. When will this end? Ninth and 10th verse. अथ तं नारदोऽप्याह राघवं भक्तवत्सलं किं मोहयसि मां राम वाक्यैर्लोकानुसारिभिः संसार्यहमिति प्रोक्तं सत्यमेतत्त्वया विभो जगतामादिभूताया सा माया गृहिणी तव. Then Sage Narad said to Sri Ram, अथतं नारदः अपि आह राघवं भक्तवत्सलम्. Then Narada api means also. Then now Narada also said, and what did he say? And he said to whom? He said to Raghava. And who is this one? Raghava means Sri Ramchandraji. He is Bhaktavatsala. He is loving towards his devotees. Naradji is devoted to whom? He is devoted to Narayana. That Narayana alone has come down as taken the avatar of Ramchandraji. So, on one hand, Naradji is feeling grateful that he is in the presence of one of the avatars of his Ishta Devata, which is Narayana, Ishvara. And here, that Ishvara is saying, what can I do for you? I have got your darshan because of my merits and good merits and deeds and punya, and touching his feet. Last week, I don't know if it was in this class or somewhere else, there is Vyavaharik Satta and Adhyatmik Satta, Paramarthik Satta. Satta means truth. So there is a absolute truth and there is a relative truth. Vyavahar, what you call? A relative truth or transactional truth. And in that, and we, majority of the times, people confuse between the two. Transactional truth is this, what Ramchandraji is doing with, behaving with Naradji. This is transactional truth. He is not, hey, I am Parabrahma Paramatma, and why should I bend down in front of Narad Muni? He is only my manifestation. All this is Shushka Gyan, dry knowledge. Nothing has gone in. It's only ego talking. Why should I? I am this, I am that. Just like when we go to doctor, we listen to the doctor. When we go to the immigration, we listen. We are very alert that by mistake we don't say anything, we don't sneeze, we don't cough, we don't take out the phone. We very vigilantly read all the signs there. No phone, okay. And mask, yes, mask is also on. Nowadays, all people coming from Bali and other Cambodia and all, foot and mouth disease. So they have to come and their shoes should be washed. Otherwise, big fine. There you will follow. If you are in front of if you are in front of a police officer, you will behave. You will be at your best behavior. Then why not in our general life? If God is present everywhere, why don't we behave the best all the time? Best behavior is dharmic behavior. And that's what Ram is showing. Ramchandraji is showing that to us. Oh Sri Ram, why do you create? See what Naradji is telling him. Did Vyavaharik Satta, transactional truth, did Naradji say, don't touch my feet? No, he allowed. There is Vishnu and Lakshmi standing in front of him, they are touching his feet. He allowed. Did he put his feet back? No, I will not allow. How can that be possible? How can Lord and his wife consort bend down in front of me and do namaskaram? No, no, this is blasphemy. This cannot happen. No such thoughts in his mind. This is transactional truth. One must behave according to place, position, person, wealth, knowledge. A person is more knowledgeable, you bend down, prostrate. A person is wealthy than you, prostrate. नहीं, इसने तो लूट के बनाया है पैसा. तुम्हारी औकात क्या है? You don't even have enough money to pay or have a meal or pay your loan, and that fellow has got 100 houses like yours, and you have got 30 मार खां कि I am someone. Who are you? Nobody, man. Someone has more knowledge and just thoda sa satsang kar liya, so we have a little bit of knowledge and we try teaching the person, the teacher. See? This is not the way. The way is humility. Transactional truth. Paramarthik satta has to practice inside. Vyavaharik satta has to be practiced outside. And we confuse. Paramarthik satta we expect from other people. See? In ourselves we never. We want other people to respect us. We want other people to prostrate to us. Am I not your mother? Am I not your teacher? Am I not elder to you? Is this how you behave? Is this how you speak? They demand. Is there a demand here? No. We can't demand respect and reverence. It must come naturally. And a person who's pure, a person whose mind is ever and ever contemplating on the divine, that person's vision is getting transformed. They will see divinity everywhere or suspect divinity everywhere. Even that is okay. The moment you start suspecting, humility comes that I am nobody. It's all Lord's doing. Karmani akarmani pashyed, karmani karmani pashyed. Seeing action in inaction, inaction in action. Arey baap re. That vision itself is कि सब कुछ अपने आप ही चल रहा है. I'm not doing anything. It's all going on. Activity and inactivity, both are coexisting. See, ego can never have that vision. Only by the divine that vision can come. That is growth. Why do you create delusion, deceptions for me by speaking words like an ordinary human being? Narad Muni is saying to Sri Ram, Kim mohayasi mam Rama? Why are you deluding me, O Sri Ram? Vakya lokanusari bhi, by speaking words. This is transactional satta, what I was talking. Vyavaharik satta. कोई घर में आता है, जा रहा है, हाँ जल्दी जा यार, काफ़ी हो गया. ऐसे थोड़ा बोलते हैं. अच्छा आप जाके फिर से आइए. लोग घर पे आते हैं, आप खाना खा के ही आए होंगे। अच्छा अभी तो 4 बज गए, हमने तो चाय पी ली, आपको चाय पीनी है क्या? दिस इज नॉट, दिस इज नॉट द एटिकेट. Many people think like this, saints and sages, oh, they are one with Brahman. For them, everything is one. So they are never, they are not even body identified. So why should I prostrate to their body? ऐसे भी नमूने मेरे को मिले हैं. How much wrong thinking. So here, Narad Muniji is surprised by the behavior of our, he is seeing Narayana, he is seeing his Lord, and Ramchandraji is behaving like a normal human being. Therefore, Vakir Lokanusari Vihi, why are you speaking like a common man? In the common man's language, what can I do for you? Don't you recognize me who I am? Etc. That is the thought behind. Sansarya aham iti proktam satyam etatvaya vibho jagatam adi bhutaya sa maya gruhini tava. O Vibho, Vibho means the one who is all pervasive, the one who is omnipresent, present everywhere without a break. Just as space is present everywhere without a break. Exactly the same way. The one because of whom the space is, he is present. Who is he? Vibho. Oh Vibho, oh Sri Ram, your words that you are like an ordinary human are appropriate on the surface, so it seems, because the primordial cosmic energy or delusionary powers, which is the cause of all creation, is your consort. Narad Muniji is realizing, is talking. Narad Muni's job is one, to invoke the hidden potential in every one of us. Vishwamitra did the same thing to Sri Ram. Sage Vashishta, by giving Yoga Vashishta to Sri Ram, did the same thing, invoking a greater potential. What is that greatest potential? Being the self. At a Vyavharik level, what is the potential? Yeah, knowledge is there, but where is its application? Another sage came, Vishwamitra, took Sri Ram and Lakshman with him. Kill Subahu and Marichi and Tadka. Touch your feet and make the stone into a living human being. Go and break the bow. This is all expansion. That knowledge which was realized by the words of his guru, Sage Vashishta, now it is being put into application. But situations have to happen in order for that what you have realized yourself to be to manifest. Like today's situation, cleaning and realizing how meaningless collecting everything in life means. Everything is going into the garbage bin. Every paper, every cloth, every sheet, every bill. Then what is that which goes with you? Not the body, breath, mind, intellect, not the memories. Nothing you can take with you. Then spend the time remembering the divine like there is no tomorrow. That urgency has to be there. That urgency doesn't come by remaining involved in the world. That urgency comes when we are involved with ourselves, thinking of the divine. It is the divine's grace on some selected few based on their merits, that the urge to merge into the divine becomes a whole life occupation. For that to happen, we have to think of the divine. Build up the momentum. You walk a few steps, he will come running. He will hold your hand and pull you. We don't accept or believe that because we have never seen him. Will he come? Will he not come? We want to first find out, is he there or not? Then I will begin. That is our problem. We have seen him only as a stone, as a statue. We have read about him in the books. We have taken his name on our lips. We are trying to know him objectively. And we are doing it, either we are doing it out of fear or we are doing it out of wanting to fulfill our desires of this world. Therefore, we are spiritual or religious. Or out of fear, we are religious or spiritual. Or we are tired. Enough of this world. क्या करेंगे यार? चलो कहते हैं कि भगवान का नाम है, चलो ले लेते हैं. So we just do it mechanically. We have to get involved with him with our whole being because he is all that there is. Manasa vacha kaya. So our Narad Muni ji is saying, "Oh Lord, your words are like an ordinary human are appropriate on the surface." So Vyavaharik Satta is there, that you are a great saint, because of our good deeds we have got your darshan. All that is Vyavaharik, you are done perfectly. But you are deluding me, and you are deluding me why? Because the creative energy, the primordial cosmic energy, the delusionary power, the Maya, Yoga Maya is standing next to you. He has recognized. He knows which is the cause of all creation. Now go back to the first chapter, Ram Hridaya. What Sita said about Ram? Sita ji said, Ram does not do anything. The divine principle, the Parabrahma, the constant principle doesn't do anything. Then who does? The Shakti aspect does. Sita is the Prakriti aspect, Shakti aspect. Ram is the Purusha aspect, the non-doer. So who is doing? Only the energy, the Shakti. She is the cause of the whole creation. And in that creation come all the avatars also. Don't forget that. In that creation come all the Chaturyugas also. In that creation comes your Panchakoshas also. Everything is part of the creation. And who has created the creation out of itself? It is the Yogamaya, and that is Sita ji, and which is the cause of all creations, is your consort, your housewife Sita. That is, it is your simplicity and lack of arrogance that you speak in such humble words. Jagatam adi bhuta yasa maya grihani tava. Your housewife, grihani, is Sita ji. And who is this Sita ji? She is Jagatam adi bhuta. She is the Avyakta Shakti, Adi. She is the unmanifest cosmic energy. What is that? Cosmic energy or creative energy or potentiality. She is your wife. It's okay for Vyavahar, for transactional purposes. You said you fell at my feet and you told me that it is by grace only that you have come to us and our good deeds, etc. But you are the Supreme Person, Purushottama. And who is your consort? She is Sakshat Lakshmi. She is Sakshat Prakriti. She is Sakshat Yogamaya. Don't we do this to our children? Yes. You don't entertain any negative thoughts. You will pass year 10. You will pass year 12. Now some of your kids are in school. We are invoking the hidden potentiality in our children and giving them confidence that they can do it. They have what it takes to pass the exam joyfully. So here Narad Muni, remember what did we say Narad Muni's job is? To invoke everyone to the divine. So he is invoking that which is already within Ramchandraji and Sita ji. And that through those words, that alone is within us also. Continuing, Tvat sannikarshat jayante tasyam brahmadaya prajaha tvadashaya sada bhati mayaya trigunatmika sutejasram shukla krishna lohita sarvada prajaha lokatraya mahagehe gruhastvam udahrutaha. O Lord, merely by your contact or closeness with you, the eternal supreme cosmic energy, which is also called your delusionary power or Maya, creates Brahma and all other subjects, creatures of this creation. Now understand. यार ये तो रामायण सुनने आए थे, ये क्या बनाया, बार बार क्रिएशन के बारे में ही बात करें. अंडरस्टैंड, वी आर इन अध्यात्म रामायण. Every opportunity that Maharishi Vedvyas gets, he introduces the Brahma Vidya. He introduces how the creation came, how the one alone is expressing as the whole creation. He will repeat it so many times that by the end of Adhyatma Ramayana, you will be, by default, in your mind, it will be going on. We already, this is 4 or 5 times it has happened already. Ahalya said it, Brahmaji said it, in the beginning Brahmaji said it, then Ahalya said it. Then Janak Maharaj said it, then Parshuram said it. See? Same language. What is that? Merely by your contact. So, merely by contact. Understand. The Purusha principle, the Atmic principle does not do anything. The sun does not do anything. He only stands in his own place. Is he telling the earth, चलती है कि नहीं चलती है अभी तक, एक डंडा मारो क्या? Is he telling Saturn, Shani Maharaj, you are not for? No, all planets are moving around. Is sun making them move around? No. Sun merely appears. Does he say you wake up? No, you wake up automatically. Does he say, oh flowers, you look at me? No, they automatically start looking at the sun and taking in the sunlight. So the Purusha principle, he is the non-doer. in his presence, the Shakti becomes activated. When Shakti gets activated, her first expression is unmanifest Shakti. With reference to unmanifest Shakti, that Parabrahma Paramatma is called as Ishvara. Ishvara continues to be Ishvara, he never falls down. But the Shakti, because her nature is flux, unmanifestation, manifestation, then the next manifestation from unmanifest state is Trigunatmika, is Sattva Rajas Tamas. With reference to Rajas, that Ishvara is called as Brahmaji. With reference to Sattva, he is called as Vishnu. With reference to Tamas, he is called as Shivji. What about our Shakti? What about our Maya Shakti or Shakti herself? She became Trigunatmika. You said Sattva Rajas Tamas. Yes. So she took a female. She took the form of Maya there also. With Brahmaji, she is the Saraswati. With Vishnu, she is the Lakshmi. With Shivji, she is the Parvati. And as the multiplicity keeps increasing, with every person, Purusha principle, there is a female principle. Until here also, left brain, right brain. There is Atma and there is mind. If you want to take mind, Aham, Idam. Aham is the Purusha principle, Idam is the changing principle. You want to take individuality, deep sleep is the unmanifest and waking and dream is the manifest. Everywhere it is expressing. You have to catch the principle. You have to contemplate on it. You have to think about it. You have to brood over it. What is the significance of these statements? Here it is, I have to go to Ishvara and when merge into him. What does merging mean? Merging means realization. This, we are just saying, this is your realization every moment. Maya creates Brahma and all other subject creatures of this creation. Tvadashraya sada bhati maya ya trigunatmika. This I have told. Sute ajasram shukla krishna lohita sarvada prajaha lokatraya mahagehe gruhastvam udahrutaha. So that Maya, which has the three qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. What are sattvic qualities? Here, I am just reading what is given here. Truthful, righteous, virtuous and noble qualities. Then Rajas qualities is enjoyment and pleasures of the sensual world. And Tamas is pervertedness, evils, vices, base, mean qualities. Is experienced or perceived only by virtue of her dependence on you. So when she appears as these three, which are we see, and how do we know that she has appeared as three? Because through the symptoms we see the effects. Only through the effects we come to know the cause. When we say, oh, I am born, there must be a cause. Our parents, many children don't have parents. So have they popped from the sky? No. They must have come from somewhere. Someone must have given birth. Ramchandraji came. Where did he come? It was not a natural birth. It was the Agni Dev came and gave the payasam. That was the cause. So from effects we come to know the cause. And we have to understand, cause alone expresses as many effects. From effects, the ornaments, we come to know that there is gold. From the effect called pot, we come to know that what is the cause of the pot? There must be a mud, behind it. So cause and effect is not in the Purusha principle. Ramchandraji is not doing anything. Atma is not doing anything. So where is cause and effect? Cause and effect is in the Prakriti. So who is the constant principle in the Prakriti? Ram is the constant principle and Sita ji is the Maya or the delusory, the Shakti principle. Then is experienced or perceived only by virtue of her dependence on you and produces white, fair complexioned, red or copper colored and dark complexioned creatures or subjects respectively who are classified into these three categories according to their character, qualities and virtues. What are they? Fair complexioned are the fair complexioned, copper colored and dark complexion. Tamasic are dark complexion, asuras, copper colored are the sattvic, and fair colored are what do you call? No, sattvic. Or the other way, sorry, copper color will be the fire color. Na? The fire will be, copper color will be Rajasic, and the fair color will be Sattvic, and dark color will be Tamasic. And so here he says, you are called the householder of this great, vast, macrocosmic household called the world. Literally, the entire universe consisting of three worlds, celestial, terrestrial, and subterranean. The Patala Lok, the Bhu Lok, and the Swarga Lok, meaning all the different Swargas, till Satya Lok, all that is existing. Who are the parents? Who are the first parents of this whole universe? Which is Patal Lok, Bhu Lok, and the Dev Lok or the Swarga Lok. The parents are the Ishwar and Prakriti. Is Ram and Sita. And Ramchandra ji is not doing anything, Sita ji is doing everything. But it appears as if Ramchandra ji is doing something. It appears I am speaking, but actually, who is this I? Essentially, it is the Atma. Atma is ever constant, it does not do anything. It is the non-doer. Then who is doing? Who is making the mouth speak? Who is making the mind think? It is this Shakti. Can a dead man speak? Give lecture? No. But somewhere we have taken it wrong as an individual. We think I am speaking, I am understanding, I am listening. Lost the plot. Recognize I is the non-doer. Only all movement, thought is a movement, speech is a movement, activity at the body level is a movement. All movement is possible only in the Shakti principle. And therefore, we invoke that Shakti and try to, what do we do? Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para. We make it silent, consciously. Because knowingly or unknowingly, we know when our mind is silent, we are the most happy. Deep sleep. So, as we said at the beginning of today's class, when we are interacting with the world, live a dharmic life. Dharma means ever remaining aware of the conscious principle, ever remaining aware that everything is by His will. He alone is everything. How is Ishvara everything? By way of his Shakti. When we say Ishvara is everything, means that one Parabrahma Paramatma alone is Ishvara, expressing as Ishvara and Prakriti. So in essence, Ishvara is Parabrahma Paramatma and Shakti also is Parabrahma Paramatma. And it is the play of these two that. And what is the play? The play is actually of the Shakti. Purusha principle is just standing, but appears to be doing something. That is the delusion of the Maya, Shakti. And the whole creation comes about. And you are the householder of this great, vast, microcosmic household. So you are an individual household, my house, my children, my wife, my husband, my job, my income, my investments, my clothes, my age, my health, my hunger. And what is the Lord thinking? Just like you are concerned about your family, what is His family? The whole universe. The whole universe. Continuing, Tvam Vishnur Janaki Lakshmi Shivastvam Janaki Shiva Brahma Tvam Janaki Vani Suryastvam Janaki Prabha Bhavan Shashankah Sita Tu Rohini Shubhalakshana Shakrastameva Paulomi Sita Swaha Nalo Bhavan. Tvam Vishnur Janaki Lakshmi, Tvam Vishnuhu Janaki Lakshmi. Now, having told that you are the eternal parents of the entire universe, he goes on to say that you are the Lord Vishnu, and while Janki, that is Sita ji, is Lakshmi, and you are Shiva Tattva, and your wife is Parvati, and you are Brahma, Tvam Janaki Vani, and you are Brahmaji while Janki is Saraswati. You alone have become Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. People may are talking to you about as Ram and Sita, but you are taking the various roles. You are the source of everything. And then Suryastam Janaki Prabha, and you are the sun, while Janki, Sita ji, she is the radiance and the splendor or the sun rays. Yeah. Apply to you yourself now. If Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi, Shiva and Parvati, Brahmaji and Saraswati, sun and its radiance and splendor, Atma and mind. Ram is the Atma within, and Janaki is the mind. She makes everything happen. Waking, dream, deep sleep. And Ramchandraji is just the eternal witness. He is watching. Who is Ishvara? Ishvara is He who is undisturbed by the coming and going of the Shakti, of His potentiality. That's why He is Ishvara. If the Atmic principle is the eternal witness of the happenings, manifestation and unmanifestation, such a person is called Mahatma. If Atma is under the control, under the influence, under the slavery of the mind, such a person is called an individual. Understand these are all basic principles. Either be available now or think through it, contemplate, get it clear once and for all. It doesn't stop there. Bhavan Shashanka Sita tu Rohini Shubha Lakshana. You are the moon, while Sita is the chaste and virtuous Rohini. Then Shakrastameva Paulomi Sita Swaha Nalo Bhavan. You are the Indra, and while Sita is Shachi. Shachi is the name of wife of Indra, Lord Indra. She is one of the Pativratas. Sita is a Pativrata, Shachi is also Pativrata. The daughter of Pulom, and Swaha Nalo Bhavan, and you are the fire, while fire god, while Sita is Swaha, offerings made to the sacrificial fire. कितना सुंदर तरीके से पूरा ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक बता दिया. अब कहाँ तुम बचे, कहाँ? सब कुछ तो तुम्हारे all around you. It's only play of Ram and Sita, Ishwar and Prakriti. And I am trying to bring your attention to also the inside. The mind is the Prakriti, the potency, the potentiality, the Shakti aspect. And Atma is the Purusha aspect. Man is the Purusha aspect. And what is the potentiality? I am a father, I am a son, I am a brother, I am a wife, I am a sister. Where is this? All these roles are only in the mind. Man has not gone and changed into anything. Only in your mind you are thinking that I am a husband, I am a wife, and playing those roles. They must be played, but correctly, without being under their influence. With awareness, the roles must be performed. Seeing that role in this whole picture, what is the role? Who is making that role appear and disappear? Shakti. If wife comes in front of you, the man expresses as the husband. डिवोर्स हो गया तो फिर बैक टू मैन. तो कुछ करना पड़ा क्या मैन बनने के लिए? तुम हमेशा ही मैन थे. Without the man, husband cannot be, no roles can express. So constant is what? The man. So what, go deeper, what is, I have given this example many times. I is the constant, all the forms and colors keep changing. Ears are the constant, sounds keep changing. Tongue is the constant, taste keep changing. Nose is the constant, smell and breath keep changing. Mind is the constant, thoughts keep changing. We are talking Purusha Prakriti. Prakriti is the changing aspect. Purusha is the constant aspect. So mind is the constant, thoughts are continuously changing. And mind is essentially the pure consciousness. Or you can take it in another way. Who knows at this moment when I say this statement that thoughts are changing? You only know. And how do you know it? Through your mind only. Who knows that mind is continuously there and thoughts are changing? You only know. So you are the eternal witness. Don't you know waking, dream, deep sleep, come and go every day? Who are you? The constant one. Where are waking, dream, deep sleep, or the thoughts, or the past, future going through the mind. Who knows that? You are that eternal witness. Adhyatma mein, in Adhyatma, we are not allowed to get stuck anywhere. No crutch. No support. Instead, you are made to recognize that Parabrahma Paramatma, Tattvamasi, you are that. That Parabrahma Paramatma is the support of everything, is the material of everything, and you are that. Parabrahma Paramatma. लगे रहो. So in this way, again he says, he doesn't look at Narad Muni. He's forgotten why he came. He's only singing the glory of the Lord. Yamastvam kala rupascha Sita Sanyamini Prabho Nirrutistam Jagannatha Tamasi Janaki Shubha Ramattvameva Varuno Bhargavi Janaki Shubha Vayustvam Rama Sita Tu Sada Gatiriti Rita. O Lord, you are like the death god Yama for all creation, while Sita is Sanyam, meaning restraint and self-control. See how beautiful. In those two lines, everything is over if you know how to think. You are like God, you are like the death god Yama for all creation. In front of you, manifestation, where is creation existing? Where is life existing? In the creation. And what is your creation? Waking, dream, and deep. Creation is only in waking and dreaming. Deep sleep is not a creation. It is nothingness. There is nothing called nothingness. So there is only waking and dream where there is creation. And you know, every day, every person in the dream dies. And in the waking also dies. Because when you go to sleep, everyone is gone out of your mind. That is their death. So, while Sita is the Sanyam, meaning restraint and self-control. And if you don't know this secret, that you are the eternal witness, that you are the Ram, that Ram is in you or Ishvara is in you, that you are the constant principle. What is Sita ji? Sita ji is a Sanyami, meaning restraint and self-control. What did I say? Atma is the constant principle, the Ram principle. Mind is the Sita principle, the potentiality. What should be its quality? Restraint and self-control. Shama, Dama, remember Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhan. Control of mind, control of senses, Uparama, naturally not leaking out of the senses. All this done with Titiksha. Titiksha means enduring while you are on this process of going within or recognizing this, enduring it happily, not complaining. And how does this enduring happily come? Where does the strength to endure it happily, joyfully come? Shraddha. Shraddha in what? Shraddha in this Ishvara and Shakti. Shraddha in the Lord, Shraddha in the teacher, Shraddha in the scriptures, and eventually the Shraddha in yourself. That yes, I can. It is possible. Studies of scripture is not to make you dependent on scriptures. Scriptures want to make you independent. By God's grace, scriptures come into our life. When we find difficulty in understanding, then Guru comes into our life. So scriptures also expressions of that divine. The Guru is also expression of that divine. And they have come for what? To make you their slave. They have come to invoke the divinity within you. Atma Shraddha is the most important one. Otherwise, we'll be always looking for a crutch of scriptures, looking for a crutch of Mahatma, looking for a crutch of God. We have to discover everything within. And how will you discover it within? Only when your mind is content, it is under control. In Kathopanishad, this is exactly what we are doing right now. The whole secret is given in these, all are parallel going. It's amazing. O Lord of the world, you are benignant but detached, dispassionate, while the auspicious Sita is a malignant aspect, passion, delusion, hallucination, personified, meaning imagination, etc. She multiplies herself. And who are you? You are the unattached, uninvolved principle. And she is the one who is the dancing principle. The mind is dancing away, waking, dream, deep sleep. In every state, waking and dream, it multiplies itself, only to come back. Atma does not go anywhere. It is ever the same. Earth is one. So many mountains come up, so many mountains erode. Water remains the same. So many waves come, so many waves go. Multiplicity comes, multiplicity goes. Water remains the same. Don't think in duality. Purusha Prakriti is not duality. They are one Parabrahma Paramatma appearing as. Appearing. Appearance doesn't mean that it is real. Real is only one, that Parabrahma Paramatma. You are the detached, dispassionate one, while Sita is the passionate, delusion, hallucinations, imaginations personified. So, does Atma imagine? No, mind imagines. Atma by nature is detached, virakta, desire free. Where are desires? Do you say in the self the desire is, or in the mind the desire is? In the mind. So by nature mind has desires. Choose worthy desires. And what is the natural expression of the mind? It goes out and eventually merges back to its source in deep sleep. You think it is sleep. That is your stupidity. Mind has gone back to its source. What is its source? It's one with the Atma. Catch that moment when it is going back naturally. That is before sleep or when you wake up. Window of opportunity is there. Train, be alert, be vigilant. You are the Ramatvameva Maruno Bhargavi Janaki Shubha Vayustvam Rama Sita Tu Sada Gati. You are Varun, the lord of water, the sun, while the good character Janki is Varuni, his consort. You are Vayu, the wind, while Sita is Sadgati, literally the one who is constantly on the move or is ever changing. Slowly, slowly, Bhagwan Narad Muni is reminding Ramchandraji and Sita ji that you are the eternal parents. You are both alone are expressing as the entire, all the gods, all these, who is Indra, who is Varuna, who is the sun, who is the moon, who is the Nirriti, or who is the Vayu. All these are the various aspects of the creation. Sun cannot be without sunlight, moon cannot be without moonlight, wind cannot be without movement. See? So, creation means duality. And don't get caught up that duality is only as if. Our attention must be on the Parabrahma Paramatma. He doesn't stop there, continuing. Kuberastvam Rama Sita Sarva Sampat Prakirtita Rudrani Janaki Prokta Rudrastvam Lokanashakruta Loke Strivachakam Yavat Tat Sarvam Janaki Shubha Punnamavachakam Yavat Sarvam Tvam Hi Raghava Tasmad Lokatraye Deva Yuvabhyam Nasti Kinchana. O Sri Ram, Kuberastam, you are the Kuber, and Sita represents all the wealth, prosperity and fame. You are the Rudra. Rudrani Janaki Prokta Rudrastam Lokanashakrita. You are the Rudra, the one who wrathfully slays, annihilates the world, while the auspicious Sita is called Rudrani. O Raghav, Sri Ram, verily whatever is masculine in this creation is represented by you, while the feminine aspect is denoted by the Sita. Hence, O Lord, nothing in this world exists which is not one or the other aspect of either of you. Now here we have come down from Parabrahma Paramatma to the creation. As I told you, creation is nothing but duality. Either at a individual level, we will take it as a play of aham and idam, and at total level, universal level, we will take it as a play between Ishwara and Prakriti. अब देखना शुरू करो ऐसे. Oh, and to see this, we have to quieten our mind a little bit. Or contemplate, use your thoughts to contemplate on such thoughts that the mind automatically quietens. You think of sleep and the mind automatically becomes quiet. Then why, when you think of God and Ishvara and Prakriti, your mind has so many questions? I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. Have you known sleep? That you are surrendered to sleep. Your mind surrenders to sleep. पर भगवान का नाम आता है तो I need to know, I need to first know everything then. It is like I need to know swimming first and then I will jump into the water. That's what we are doing. That's why we are born again. Bloody hell. We want to know first and then swim. We want to know cycling, then get onto the cycle. We have to jump. Somewhere we fell short. I'm talking from individual point of view. Here topic is not about individuality. Here our vision is being brought that everything is a play of Purusha and Prakriti. Everything is a play of Ishvara and his Maya. From the tiniest to the grandest. Nothing in this world exists which is not one or the other aspect of either of you. What was the male and the female aspect? The male is the constant one, female is the changing one. Now find out within you. Find out within you. Or make yourself available for that vision where you can see everything is a play of Ishvara and Prakriti, Purusha and Prakriti. है ना मजेदार? हो गया, टाइम हो गया यार, 8 बज गए. Keep this thought, how everything, every aspect of the creation is a play of Purusha and Prakriti. That is our homework. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.